Oh, wait, it started? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah,
Cheers! Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 78.
Nice.
We have Jason live webcammed in.
From Kansas City with Justin and Charlie.
We have
Cheers,
Julie
guys.
over here. Cheers, fellas. Cheers, Julie.
Hi.
Tate, unfortunately, could not make it today, but still keep the hate in your heart. Still keep the hate in your heart.
I always will.
Always will.
He sent me a minute ago. He said, "Fuck you, Jason." I said, "Fuck you too, Tate. I hope you're doing good."
For all the viewers listening in, does everything sound good? Is there an echo? Brad, you are literally like downstairs or upstairs. What's going on here?
Wait, is he coming in? I don't get to see who's logged in anymore. Damn it.
Oh yeah, because you're on watching through Twitch, so you can actually see.
No. And there's a
Slight
small
echo on
delay
them.
between us, so I'm gonna overtalk you guys a bunch. We're all gonna overtalk.
Yeah, we're basically in the past.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is this like Lost? Is that what's going on?
Oh,
How far in the past?
Oh, there you go.
Well,
Slight echo
Brad's
on
saying
us,
we're
huh?
echoing.
There might be some reverb. It's a bit away, but if it's slight, oh well. That's all we can do.
What we gotta do is we all gotta get microphones.
I mean,
All do direct line in.
Yeah. On this one, actually, I'll use a snowball, but it sits perfect, the perfect distance from each of us. So
How about now?
Still
So
echoing? Slight echo? No echo?
The one on my webcam, actually.
Fuck it, we're doing it live!
Hey, Christina.
We're learning, but
That's all of you watching out there. I've got 7.
this was a motherfucker to set up, but now it's set, so whenever we do this, it'll be easier.
Yeah. Whatever configuration.
Still
Yeah.
there.
Draw
Alright,
dice.
so we can...
So, welcome. You're flying out sometime in the next few days. Chris, what's been going on with you?
I'm probably taking tomorrow off.
For the snow?
Is that present day Jason?
No, just to
future
be off.
Jason?
You're gonna go sledding?
Sure.
So, Jason, David just said, "Holy shit, is that present day Jason and future Jason?"
What?
Is he talking about Justin?
He's talking about Justin, yes.
After the weight loss.
Weight loss challenge, here we go.
Jason through the agents.
What you're saying? I look old? Is that?
No. I'm hoping he said, due to the weight loss challenge that I won a couple weeks ago, that maybe I'll lead into you. Maybe I'm and you are future Jason, even though I am older than you are.
And with a much more majestic beard.
Maybe
I'll turn it up.
Dude, live before and after 4th weight loss challenge.
Which we didn't. Nope, last week I was on there. And the weigh-in was Wednesday. So it was me, number one, as always. Tate, I think he gained weight.
Tate lost 0.4 pounds.
Yeah, 0.4 pounds over 6 weeks.
Well, Chris
and it was
gained
Sarah.
0.4 pounds.
And Luke. The prize went to Luke. Luke lost 14.
I gave Luke his money yesterday.
When did you see him yesterday?
He stopped by on lunch to
And
grab a shred
Also
shirt.
got engaged, I think, which we mentioned last week.
So I basically paid him $20 to take a shred shirt.
Jason, David said, future Jason also looks way smarter than present Jason.
So true. I become wise in my old age.
So you paid him $20, but did he pay you for the shirt?
Yes.
So you just swapped
But
money?
we did briefly introduce them. This is Charlie and Justin. I went to college with both of them. Charlie, I don't really know your position. I don't know what you do.
I'm
You do
an
something for the
interface.
government.
Well,
I believe you're in government secret
I do
clearance.
something for the government.
Isn't that it?
it's a public trust.
Yeah,
If
okay.
you think of a secret clearance as a locked drawer and a top secret clearance as a locked safe, I'm a sock that is lodged underneath one of those drawers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. So you're where all the really hippie stuff is.
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
The
Are you the
forgotten.
lost sock?
I'm more of the forgotten sock.
Ooh, Brad's throwing a little shade on here. He says, I've talked to future Jason. He's kind of dumb.
Oh.
Brad only ever has shade to throw. That's all he can do.
There's some salt.
The reason that
There's a lot of salt, yes.
the reason Brad believes that is Brad's a little slow, so a lot of concepts go over his head. So it sounds like we're just talking about random things. But Justin is a programmer. What's your preferred software engineer?
We call ourselves software engineers when we're feeling fancy. We call ourselves developers when we're talking about developer stuff. We do a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, work at a little startup company here in Prairie Village. So.
Oh, they're actually in Prairie Village, so they're
Yeah,
close?
they're very close.
Oh, wow.
He's the shortest commute of us all.
Yeah, I'm like a 7-8 drive.
Wow. Wow.
Someday.
7-8 minute drive. That means you're 2-3 blocks away?
Oh no! It's once you get down to it all, it's fine.
Yeah, why are you so quiet over there? This is the quietest
I'm just
I've
laughing
ever heard
because
you.
I was just in Kansas City yesterday.
He's listening.
It was fun. We were at Chateau, whatever it is, d'Avalon.
Yeah.
Chateau d'Avalon at the Speedway.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's super weird. And the thing that kills me about it is that it's cool. It's a concept that every single room is like its own little thing, but it's just weird. It's weird.
Chris and I stayed there one year for our anniversary, and it was horrible.
A lot of money for not much appeal.
Yeah,
We had like the Julius Caesar room, and there was like a bust of Julius Caesar, and like that was it.
Did you get shanked by like 9 people?
No.
No,
Oh,
but
well
there was
then-
mold on the door.
What's the point of
and
being in
there
the
was
Julius Caesar room?
trash in there.
Is this still the Chateau d'Avalon, or is this just legends in general?
No, we're still at the Chateau d'Avalon. No, it's definitely an interesting place. Their conference room is all right.
Can't do this.
Well,
So
Found a way.
I'm thrown back here because their voices are actually coming from the Google Hangouts, which should be live. But then what we're seeing of them is actually in
It's
the
like
past.
30 seconds
So,
in the
yeah,
past.
it's a bit of a delay. So I'm like,
That's what I was wondering, is if the visual was gonna fuck you off or fuck you up.
fuck you off.
Fuck you off.
Is
So
that-
Brad's throwing all this shade. I'm not even reading that crap up there until.
Howdy, Eric. Cheers, Jeremy. Welcome to the show.
I can't read any of that. It's too small.
2 rooms away.
Brad is literally upstairs.
Trolling.
He's
Pop
salty.
in and say hi.
I'm a lady, Jeremy.
You know what it is? He can't
That was
masturbate
Eric.
openly in the public. But
No,
he can
Jeremy
keep
said,
it real
"Cheers,
while looking
fellas."
at all of us. And he gets to
Thank you, Jeremy.
choose his target in this instance. That's what it is.
I think that Brad's just working on his trolling 101. If I really throw shade, I'll go throw the breaker.
It's a laptop. What are you gonna do?
Internet goes down.
Yeah, okay. He's too lazy. He's too lazy.
Yo, I finally get to watch and no one is chugging.
Yeah, start chugging.
Nope.
You're
Nope.
the chug master.
Got
You don't have to work tomorrow, right?
He looks up like, I could chug.
This one, so we
Oh
can
boy,
start
we got 5 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm assuming that's
So do we talk about the beers we're tasting, or we wait?
not till
Alcohol review. So this is your chance to completely absorb the beer. You get 1 or 2 in you, so that you get the flavors that you're going for.
Yeah, I could go for
You get a picture of those little profile pieces.
I don't
and
want
start to build that
one
taste.
of them
And then
fucking
that's what you do over the
Not
15
like-
I know, I have to drink it. It's so good.
Cherry said chug. Get
Tell
on,
me
bud.
how.
Yeah, Cherry said
Cherry doesn't
chug.
mean for me to chug.
Oh,
She
fruity
wants
is
to
an
chug.
IPA. Okay.
So-
yes, fruity.
I am hard.
Is hop a
Alright,
fruit?
it's true. I'm too lazy to throw a breaker. I'll just roll my chair to 3 feet to the right and then plug the modem.
Obviously, citrus gumdrops.
And you're like, oh,
I can
that
taste it.
flavors the gumdrop.
I can taste it. I can taste it. Yeah. It's
All right. So the first beer that we were drinking, I know we're not quite there yet, but there's a pretty cool thank you, Cherry. This is my Pan's Labyrinth shirt.
You mentioned it right away.
So this first beer is actually it's called Resilience, and it's by Sierra Nevada. And there's a little story on here about it. This is actually dedicated to the campfires that they have. Just say the word, Nathan. I'll pull the plug, literally.
All right, we're done, Brad. We're done.
Brad,
No, I'm
do
kidding.
not pull the
I'm
plug.
kidding.
Jason's 13-year-old sister recently visited KC, Missouri. Can you believe she had her own private room, giving a 13-year-old a room of her own?
Yes.
Okay, so what it says is that it's Resilience, and it's Butte County Proud IPA, brewed to support those impacted by the
I
campfire.
was gonna say.
Yeah, and they do pronounce it Butte. That is correct.
Is it Butte? It sounds so much more fun if you say Butte County.
What sounds like someone from King of the Hill.
Damn it, Bobby.
No,
So it says
Butte County Fair.
the Butte County Fair. Damn it, you threw me off. Butte County. So it says, when the campfire started in the hills above our Chico, is it Chico or is it Chico? Rico Suave?
It's probably Chico.
I'm gonna
So, Chico. So above our Chico brewery on November 8th, 2018, it soon became the deadliest and most destructive wildfire in California history.
It's from
The fire burned more than 153,000 acres, killed at least 85 people, and destroyed more than 13,000 homes. Many of our employees and community members were severely impacted by this tragic event. In the days following the fire, we announced plans to brew Resilience Butte County Proud IPA, a fundraiser beer for campfire relief. We committed to brewing the beer and donating 100% of the sales to the Sierra Nevada Campfire Relief Fund, aimed at long-term community rebuilding support. Say what? And we asked every brewery in the country to do it with us. We sent out the bat signal calling our friends in the industry, asking our suppliers to donate ingredients, asking other breweries, our competitors, to donate their time and labor costs, and asking our wholesalers and retailers to carry the beer for free. It was a big ask, and we never could have anticipated the response. More than 1,400 breweries signed up to brew Resilience. Our suppliers donated ingredients to every brewery nationwide. Wholesalers and retailers agreed to carry the beer and donate every dollar they received. All of them agreed to do this for free to benefit people they had never met. In all, Resilience Butte County Proud IPA should hit the market in mid-late December. We already have it. More than 17,000 barrels or 4.2 million pints strong. Every dollar Sierra Nevada receives will go to those impacted by the campfire. Thank you to the brewing community. Thank you to our suppliers. Thank you to our wholesalers and retailers, and thank you to every single customer who is helping us rebuild our Butte County community, one pint at a time. So pretty cool.
Reading, are you Tate?
Well, I read that way better than Tate ever would have.
It reads like Mayweather.
Oh, we gotta have a gunshot on that one.
Absolutely.
I hope he's watching. I haven't seen that he's commented on here at all, but I really hope he's watching.
Tate can't read.
All right. Take care. That's true. It's very true. He's mentioned it himself.
I was gonna say, was it 2 weeks ago that he was like, that's rough.
I told him he had to read the description on the expensive ass beer he bought, and he was like, I can't read it.
Like
I can't read
rating?
it.
Oh yeah,
All right. So actually, you know what? I will go grab the next round for us, and then while I'm doing that, will one of you explain to the viewers and them what our rating system is? And throw up the graph.
Yeah.
Throw up the graph.
Like, I need more shit to do fucking Jason.
All right, so we have a 1 through 10 rating scale, and you're about.
I'll throw it up here in just a sec.
So Chris is working on putting it up there. It pretty much gives you each, when you see it up there, there it is. So it's 0 through 10. So you just kind of rate it however you feel to it. You can read the ones side by side to it. We usually go with 7 is about the standard for us. Just rate everything at 6.5, homie. 7 is you would buy it again, but I wouldn't go out of my way to drink it or buy it. Like a 6 is solid, but I wouldn't turn it down. But probably wouldn't buy it over any other choices. If you get down to like we had a 3 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, there's an occasional 2, 3, and 4.
There was Jason actually said 2 weeks ago that he would buy Bud Light over the beer that was on on the cast.
This review. But you don't have to finish the whole one now because it will fill into our review is going to be the second review is going to be different than that second.
Oh, all right. Give me a second to think here.
I mean, my choice is made.
Alright, I'm getting rid of this rating screen.
Alright,
So
rating
for
screen's
me,
going away.
To give some perspective, really, really good IPAs would probably get a 7 or an 8 for me.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Where they might get a
it's
9.
like that, yes. Where like a normal or a decent IPA, I'd probably give it a 6. Like, hey, I'd take one at a party or something, but I wouldn't go outside and buy this just because I wouldn't actually buy it. I
You can still give it 3, but say that you
Funny
Thank
thing
you,
about that
because that
is
gives me
that
freedom now.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just judging by their scale, 7, I'll pick it up if I see it.
there's
You
no
know,
shit button.
place.
Mhm.
Is that like?
You wouldn't seek it out, but like if you
Buy
don't
it?
think you're like, I don't know. No, I don't. I just, yeah.
Miley Cyrus lost her home, okay?
Brought Miley into this. Oh God! All right, can you mute Jason while he explains numbers? All right, so I'll go first. This was my choice.
Call the president.
Somebody call the president.
Well,
I don't actually.
That's a slippery slope right there.
No, here's the story.
So I really like this one. It has a nice kick initially, but it doesn't have like a super bitter aftertaste. Which, if you've seen me talk about IPAs here, especially when we had that god awful grapefruit rind one, that I don't necessarily like the bitter aftertaste. That bitter aftertaste is not something that is huge for me, which is why I've grown on IPAs, but I'm not a huge IPA fan. I am more of a session IPA guy just because it has that initial kick, yeah, and it doesn't have that late end where you just sit there and your mouth feels like you just punched it 5,000 times. But this one doesn't really have it. It has a lot of flavor right off the start, which is what you expect, but it's never really overbearing. It looks like there's a ghost hiding behind Nate. It's never really overbearing, and it doesn't leave like that dry taste that you sometimes have where you sit there and you go. So I actually really like this one. I would buy this again, which is not normal for me when it comes to IPAs. But I would give this an 8. Jason, you want to go next?
No.
You be to the right of me. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, what did you give it? I'm sorry.
I gave
was
it an
making
8.
fun of your...
I gave it an 8.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the next one. Give me a second.
Just an 8.
Turn them up a little bit.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I give it's some form of sweetness. It's not like a floral and it might be a citrus whenever I first taste it, but it does have a very heavy hop flavor. And it's not like a Galaxy hops. It's not like a Centennial hops. It's a bitter hop flavor, and it does finish a bit dry for me. It doesn't stand out incredibly at all. I mean, this isn't for me something that I pursue by any means. It is, I would say, it's an average IPA. It's just right down the middle. Again, we did one like this a couple weeks back. It doesn't have anything overly impressive. I would probably buy it again knowing the cause that it supports, but not because of the beer. The beer itself is not that great. So for me, it's actually going to get a 5.5.
Sounds like you guys are Broadcasting from an abandoned food court. I guess that means there's an echo's back. Sorry, I turned it up so that we could hear what they were saying, and I might have turned it up too loud.
I will, for the future, get a better mic. How about that?
I literally have one upstairs.
We need to eventually get our own mics, like individual booms.
I'll get a better mic from Charlie.
Yes. It's upstairs.
Charlie.
It's a better version of a snowball.
All right. Now, which way do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to go?
Is it the Yeti?
Can't see my hands.
Justin should
This
probably
way?
go.
I'll go next.
There we
Just
go.
go with him.
We gotta visit.
What should I do with my
What
hands?
should I do? The can?
So I'll agree with Jason. I was initially going to go for 6. I'll stick with the 6. I think you're right. It's good. It's fine. It's a good average IPA. There's nothing that stands out. There's nothing that really differentiates it from anybody else in the crowd. Although, again, to your point, it supports a very good cause. Although, honestly, I feel like I would rather donate to the cause than buy this beer again.
But it does say every dollar goes to their fund. But I imagine they have administrative costs.
There's always has to be an operating cost. Otherwise,
It's just a pure loss.
yeah. Well, and you know what? And maybe it is. But I don't want it to be a pure loss for them. I want to just donate my dollar to the fund, go buy a beer that I like more, and then drink that.
It's a great point.
Again, I don't hate it. I really don't seek out. I don't seek out IPAs. I started drinking IPAs, when I was much younger, and I thought, oh, this is so great. But I've really just moved into different beers now, so I don't find IPA.
What was that? Did Brad just look through the...
Did I just mute the fuck out of them?
I think he did.
I'm not the upper two.
Like,
You were the second person ever to be on the show who has used such a 25.
And the reason why is, it's a solid IPA. I mean, like, it's not like there's so many good IPAs.
And then it's fine.
Get him, Cherry.
I want to hear him.
But judging this from like a Sierra Nevada standpoint, this is definitely a step in the right direction from things that they've made to be in this market. As far as IPAs are concerned, I'm not going to speak about other stuff. But also the fact that it supports a cause, I feel like it does add a little bit of weight. That's the point too. It doesn't add a lot of weight. I was going to say it could be 7. But we'll do it a little bit. And honestly, if Sierra Nevada was moving in this direction, I like that. But again, I do like session IPAs a bit more. And honestly, it's boozy for my liking. Like 6.7, I believe, is all I got here. And so that's like, it's not an IPA you can sit down and drink like, well, I mean, you can obviously sit down and drink quite a few of them. But if you want to like save your day, this isn't necessarily something you want to drink for all day.
Yeah.
So that's my take on this.
Good. Yeah, it's a good thing you guys don't have the double IPA that we're having next year. I agree with the Sierra Nevada reference though. Like their regular IPA that they usually do is not as good as this one, but this reminds me of like an improved version of that one.
See, I always
and
go...
it's not like miles away from it good wise either.
I always go with their pale ale over their IPA because I like their pale ale a lot more than I've ever liked their IPA.
And see, this reminds me of the pale ale too. Almost just more hoppier, and it should be. But go ahead.
That's why I like it.
What you got?
I hate IPAs, so I rate this a 3. But I would buy it again because the cause is good. So I would pay for the beer, but I wouldn't drink the beer. I'd give it to this guy.
Yeah, out of the 12 ounces, she's probably had 5.
She groaned at one point while drinking it.
The first sip, it was like... It's getting better over time, but it's still sucky. And since I'm filling in for Tate...
So are you going to show the can?
I'll do the...
The can is very cool, though. It has the campfire, or the mountains, in the background over the trees, the red redwood trees, right?
That's Northern California, but yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's the can.
It's so oaky. Put on your culture vulture hat in memory of Tate.
Where is that?
I hate to bring down the mood, but although the campfire was horribly destructive, I think it's important to take note of as we move into the future. This is not the last wildfire in California, and it's certainly not going to be the worst in history.
Oh no, we were actually.
So I think maybe out of this beer I can take I don't know, a little more appreciation and understanding. But there's a really long struggle we have ahead of us to. I mean, I don't think Kansas. I have no frame of reference for the suffering Californians are going through, or from paradise. But there's not the last worst fire, not the last, and not the worst.
No, and we were actually talking about this at the liquor store. Is that they don't actually believe in like controlled burns in California, which is teach their own, but they also struggle to have drinking water, and so it's like
it's a balance. You
got to figure out what you're gonna do with your state. Whereas I'm not saying that Kansas is the end all be all to how you should support yourself. By God, we just got done with Sam Brownback.
We're alive.
We're live. But I mean, you can always look for things that you can improve on. She has a hat.
This is the Tate Hay hat.
So for
Nathan's
me,
like volume 100. Jason's are volume 20.
Yeah, I think switching that did that, but there's no echo now, right?
So is there an echo now? I have no idea.
The hat eliminated all
constant
echoes.
Oh shit!
Justin and Chris engineered it in the background.
I'd like to think it was a magic hat.
Yeah.
Which is also a fun brewery.
God damn it! The audio thing's a problem.
You guys went all super silent now.
Oh, sorry, we're
Nathan talking and something happened.
no echo, but barely no sound either. No, sorry, we're going full sound engineering over here.
Yeah, totally.
We're both nerding out on the sound levels and just trying to make sure everybody can be heard. Turns out that having.
Did you do your review there?
No, not yet.
As long as
I mean,
in the kitchen, like 40 feet away.
Tell Brad to suck it.
I don't know how to get them to not come through here.
So we're actually really loud, so we could turn that down.
Because we could turn this shit back on for them, but.
And the smiley face would be, EQ. Eyes and
We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Well,
Please bear
wish
with
you
us
don't.
while we try and
what's the
figure these
timer
out.
at?
Thank you for being so patient and riding with
Say
Bruce Bros and
something, Jason.
BS.
I couldn't hear you over Nathan. He is very loud.
Fuck off, Brad.
Jason, say something.
I did. I literally just talked about you and your sound.
Well, can't hear anything there. It's so much better we can't hear him.
Oh, welcome to the shit show.
Oh, we try to make this as professional as possible.
I think
Sometimes
that's
it just
a great
doesn't
idea,
happen.
Cherry. Let's just play charades.
Play charades, couch versus peanut gallery.
I was gonna say, we were working out kinks as the first ever remote session.
There we
But
go.
we'll have to do that. We will have to.
I'll just
Well,
type
the next
what they
time
say.
we can use
Now
my
it's hitting
mic.
fucking
Just an
everything.
upgraded version of a
Yeah.
snowball.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's much better.
Future Jason.
Future Jason looks angry.
I always look angry. Brad, since I can hear you back there, will you grab us the other three beers in the please?
Oh, there's the hand. There's the hand.
Hey, so show.
Wait, are we gonna?
Jason is currently talking about a fast food employee he killed in 05.
Oh, everything cramped. Oh, there we go.
It's because you stopped drinking only water and chewing gum.
It was coffee and gum. Get it right.
Coffee, water. Coffee is water.
So I'm totally derailed from the audio issues, but this beer is probably one of my favorite Sierra Nevadas. I think the last one I had from them was like their Oktoberfest, and it was kind of meh. Their Pale Ale is pretty good, but it's kind of just a lighter version of this. This isn't overly hoppy or like too dry, but it's pretty fucking dry. I don't know what type of hops it is, but it reminds me of like, I think it's like Cascade and I say Cascade because the tree and like the pine flavor type shit. That'd be my best guess. Huh?
Fucking David.
Oh, did you see it?
Oh. I'm like talking
Shitty
right here
gum company.
hints of Jason. If I had to buy another Sierra Nevada beer, I'd probably buy this one, but I don't buy a ton of their shit, and this would be the top of that buying process, but it's still not there, so I'm gonna give this a 6.
Way to go, Sarah. Way to make it home from the store. Proud of you.
I would get a, what is it, hazy little thing and a lemon, and I would be much happier than that.
Yeah, that's a damn good beer. I forgot about that one.
Hey, I would still go with the Space Camper.
That was Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, so it's Boulevard.
Oh, but you'd get that instead of Sierra
I would
Nevada.
get that bit instead of this one.
Okay.
Oh, definitely. Wasn't that the one that we all got?
No, that
You
was.
still have half a beer left in yours.
I'm about to chug it.
I believe it when I see it.
Chris, what's the brew IPA we did a couple weeks back?
Ooh, that was Sierra Nevada. Wasn't that? Didn't we do Sierra Nevada brewed IPA? Or did I have that at Old Chicago?
Sierra has a brew?
If they have a brew, it hasn't made it out here yet.
Sierra Nevada definitely
Do you
has a
mean
brew IPA
butt?
they just came out with.
A butt IPA?
No, it's a brew.
I know, I was making fun of you.
The only one we had so far on the show, and it was damn good.
It was really good.
I
I don't think Sierra's was as good as the one we had.
I don't mind in front, but I do mind in the end.
It sits there bitter forever.
Woo!
The thing I'm struggling with audio-wise is why the fuck is it coming through as regular audio and hitting our mic?
I really can't read the words. I really can't read the words. Yeah, but
No, we actually said, "Hey, Sarah."
These are like the newest beers at Cave Divers, so we went with it.
Yeah. Cave Divers, shout out Cave Divers, Ryan, Will. Saw both of you guys tonight.
I don't know what you guys have cave divers. They kind of stay on top of their shit.
What beer are you guys on now?
Yeah, what beer did you guys get?
Charlie, would you like to introduce the beer?
Oh, no, I'm good.
No, come on. You're on.
I gotta finish this.
You've got it. Justin.
So this is the monk and honey.
You gotta get close.
Oh, gotta get close? Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta showcase the can like she did earlier.
How do I?
Maybe. Probably.
There's like a 30-second delay.
I know.
Okay, so this is the monk and honey from Torn Label Brewing in Kansas City, Missouri.
Jerry asked if I'm here.
Thank you for the feedback, James.
Again.
Yeah, nailed it.
Did not. Absolutely did not.
Switch them back.
If you believe in yourself.
Yeah, I haven't actually had it yet, though. So I.
Didn't you drink one before the show?
Oh yeah, this is the first day.
Yes.
I was gonna say, wait, I watched you live drink one.
That was an illusion.
Is it like the Hallucian IPA?
I like it.
Cherry asked if I'm here to promote anything.
Are you
She
here to promote
asks
anything?
this because we have a business and we are hosting a trivia night on March 1st at the VU. So if anyone would like to come, it's at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Be there or be square.
Is there a theme to it?
There is a theme.
What would that be?
It is throwback. It's 80s through early 2000s.
So, funny story about this is I told her that my team name would be Thug Life, and she goes, "It's a 90s theme."
I didn't realize that.
And Chris goes,
was
"Yeah,
90s.
Tupac."
You know,
Oh, there's no problem.
I was a baby in the 90s. I didn't know about that Tupac life.
Oh, the Thug Life. I'll just pull the plug. Sound equals fixed.
No, Brad, we're not in the prostitution business. We are not like you. We don't sell our bodies for
Real
money.
business fails.
Prostitution equals business.
She may not like the IPA, but it's getting to her already.
Oh, she's drunk. Well, that one, yes.
I'm not.
That one was only 6.7. This one is
8 something? 8.6?
Where is it?
It is 6.1% alcohol.
I'm just a little less
Ah,
uncomfortable.
you guys are drinking the boozy McBooze face.
Yeah.
8% on the dot.
8% on the dot. So
There's
we'll go ahead and
Your guys is 8%.
This one's 8%.
Boy.
It's a double IPA.
we'll switch it over to this one.
Yeah, Dr. Shit,
There we go.
yeah.
The perfect disguise.
Sorry about the audio, people. I mean, I'll get it figured out, but it's fucked up. And
We are trying. We are working on it.
I can get them quiet and us loud, but then it's on the same fucking input. So if I bring them up, we're gonna clip.
Increase the echo.
Increase the
echo.
Brad, someone obviously loves this body because I'm married. Are you married? No.
8%.
Wow, Brad!
Come on,
Don't let her speak to you like that. I would have cuddled with you with that night that you threw up on yourself.
Whoa,
And then we'll
that's
see
cool.
what happens. Maybe if you guys aren't so loud. How about that?
I thought we had a bonding that night, me and Brad. We sang Disney karaoke together, and he still hates me.
I forgot about that.
We're called Melody's Echo Chamber. I mean, we're a fantastic band.
There is no.
Pull your pants up, Nate. Damn, are they down?
This is why the music we make is so amazing.
It's my penis. Pull your pants down.
It is a natural movement.
I didn't realize my pants were down.
What is that?
Interesting, I guess.
They said pull my pants up. I said my pants weren't down.
Talk, Jason.
What?
What?
You said talk, Jason.
Talk, Jason.
I can talk Jason all day.
So, Jason, do you Jason?
Yeah, I am fluent in it most days. More so than probably anybody else.
Jason, do you want to update us on why you were in Kansas City?
I took another job. And after taking that other job, I decided to stay with friends that are very great friends. So, and they very nicely to allow me to stay with them. So, that's got a hell of a bar. It's true. It's true. They do have a hell of a bar.
Oh, we fixed the echo? Yeah.
So how are you liking your new job?
The new job's alright. I really like the company so far. I think that the position that I signed up for is very different from the position that I interviewed for. So it's actually extremely different.
It's literally the position that I told them was going in. I don't want to do that anymore. And then today I find out, no, that's literally your only position. I'm like, well, as long as I'm not doing 15 other things too, I guess that's fine. No, that's not bad. So I am okay with
I'm here for the dongs.
So how have you experienced Kansas City so far? Is the traffic, the people, the what do you think?
So twice in the last 2 days, I have come to a dead stop on the highway.
Oh, how does that make you feel?
Dead stop. Hey, 65? Fuck you, it's 0.
Yep.
No, what? No, we can't do this right now. Or it takes me about 17-ish minutes to get to work because I take road. To 35.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, according to my GPS, it takes it's the quickest route. And then I hit Ward, and it's just fucking locked. It's locked.
No,
not moving.
Riding Ward.
It could be.
Dave.
Riding the pothole right now.
He's just a bartender.
Riding Ward Parkway right now.
I'm a bartender? I don't even know if I'm a bartender.
Missouri. No, Missouri.
So, Jason, have you at least got to go across the border and buy alcohol at like 12:30 at the gas station?
I mean, obviously.
Go to Walmart, buy a fifth of vodka.
You literally buy alcohol on the Missouri side. I get gas way cheaper.
That's state line.
Doors is literally right over state line.
Oh, you got what?
State line.
How have you guys not taken him to a great place like that yet?
Oh no, that's where you that's where I got this.
Oh, okay.
We're talking to Ashton and future Jason has all
This is
the
all the
fucking
fucking
answers.
answers. Real question: does Trump built that wall?
Please say no. That's why future Jason looks so pissed because Trump
He
did build the wall.
full wall, and it doesn't do a goddamn thing.
No, no.
Like a Mongol.
China is already built the wall. It's already built.
Oh,
It's
my
already
God.
built.
Obviously.
We already did that.
So,
I'm
He built the
sitting on
wall,
top of
took
you.
his cut, he fucking bounced forever.
I mean,
so funniest argument out of this whole thing with the wall, and I don't not to get political there real quick, but I always bring up, I'm like, the Mongols still invaded China with the fucking wall.
that's literally my argument.
With a wall. And that was,
Wow.
listen, that was how long ago? Is that a middle finger in the background?
Was that Brad?
That was Brad.
I didn't even see it. I was paying attention.
Brad
to
is
what
our
was going
fourth
on
special
down here.
guest of the night.
Yeah.
Or his fingers and hands.
No, sound in the back.
We will have to do 2 days. Go for it. Go. Tell us, actually, how many minutes till review? The countdown's not on here.
2.
2
Chris never
minutes.
started it.
Alright, well, we'll just
How do you
finish.
know it's 2? You never started the
7:45.
timer.
Then we'll move on.
7:10,
That's the late Belgian beer.
Well, look at you guys.
I didn't realize it was
It's goddamn Mongolians. You knocked down my shitty wall.
I hate Blue Moon because of that. They only have 2 good beers because they cut out all the other beers.
Everything's not.
So I don't think I can say that I like it.
Hey, future Jason, does McDonald's bring back the McRib?
Yeah.
McDonald's brings out the McRib generally in September to October, and it's because pork prices are at a low for the year.
Speak the truth, brother.
I know, because my dad loves the fucking McRib, and he buys it 2 at a time every fucking time.
The only reason I know that is because right when the McRib comes out is right when pork shoulder goes on sale, so that I can stock it up for carnitas.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only reason I know it.
So when I
Why does pork fall?
I actually don't know. There's probably not a good reason. Or I'm sure there's a great reason. I'm sure it's like, hey, this year we've been building up to this point, now we have this one.
I believe that's because
Big boy.
do not quote me on this.
That the McRib, so yeah, McDonald's sells their McRib when pork prices are low. But actually, the amount of pork that they consume rises the price of pork.
Oh, I would imagine. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of one of those things like chicken wings. How chicken wings started. Hey, David.
Oh my God, Dave.
Jason.
We gotta review in 30 seconds.
I don't want to put
tried
this
it.
in my mouth.
So-
Drink it. It's awesome.
Jason. David just said, "Pass Jason. Cut your arm off so we can see the scar appear on future Jason. It's the only way we can be sure."
Time travel, it's a bit more complicated.
That was for you, Cherry.
That is the scariest thing I can fucking imagine.
No, Jason.
I was gonna say, is that like Robo Hitler? Is that the same thing?
We don't
Mecha Hitler.
We don't
It's the heads.
This one's actually not.
It's the heads in Futurama.
Oh,
Really?
fuck.
It's got fruit in it, so it makes it better.
Alright.
Alright.
So we got you a second?
Probably.
I might have to do things
He's
again.
gonna break
Alright, fellas, since you have a different beer, we will let you do yours first.
Yep.
I see how it is. Ignore us.
It's probably not that. No, this one doesn't have a delay.
What?
He just listened to you and said no.
Alright. We're gonna play delayed paper rock scissors, one round. Shit.
We can see you live. You're fine.
I'll go a second. In about 15 seconds, I'll start throwing out, and then we'll see how this goes.
Russian roulette.
No, you go live with Welcome, and I'll be the referee. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3.
I think middle finger beats scissors.
I always win.
Oh my God.
Actually, I think scissors beats middle finger because scissors can chop off a middle finger.
Yep.
Where was this the real one? Oh, he did it again. He did it again.
You asked for it and you received it.
God damn it.
What else do you say?
Real
I mean, it's 100% Cheetos versus 50% Cheetos. There needs to be a robot somewhere.
50% Robo, 50% champ.
Oh shit!
You know what? Go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna give this 5.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
I don't like my beer this honey-y. It's the texture is very thick on the tongue. Not a fan of that.
Wow, I think you're the first person this entire show to mention texture.
Oh, I mean, I'm a cocktail guy. The texture is like how you do it. Like texture's like 80%. It's not true.
Yes.
It's like 20% of the drink.
Whiskey, tequila, these are basically the same thing. It's really about texture.
It's too sweet. I don't like sweet beers.
But you just had a sidecar, which is a very sweet drink.
It's a sweet cocktail, yes, but the texture is totally different. And sugar plays. And
I don't like German chocolate cake because of the coconut, but I don't mind coconut flavor, just the coconut texture. Is it like that?
Yes and no. I want to preview here is that it's too sweet for its temperature.
Nice. Don't have to go until 9.
Lucky.
I would laugh if I
There's
could
a
hear you.
pause there because I mentioned earlier there would be a discussion about sweetness and temperature, as well as ice. So, if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned for this next episode on Dragon Ball.
So yes,
Dragon Ball Z.
You're already part of the show. We do that all the time.
It's like when I have to.
This time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next episode.
What do you say?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But in my mind, I wouldn't drink it again. If somebody handed one to me again, I would drink it. That's pretty much it.
That's not a lot. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
5 in it?
Alright, so apparently I
Since they're talking, you can
honestly,
mute us and turn
I'll
them
give
up.
this like a 4.5. This is completely out of the zone of beers that I would normally go for. I mean, like, I'm not really sure what they're aiming for, so they might have hit it, and I might just be ignorant to their goals. But this beer is not for me. It's definitely not what I would target. If I could teleport over your position, I would steal that dogfish head in a second. That beer looks amazing. I don't know. I wouldn't go out of my way to grab this beer. I probably wouldn't buy it again. But again, it's Belgian and honey. It's like a double down on things I don't normally go for. That's all I got, Jason.
So contrary to those two, not that I'm going to give this a good score. I'm not. It's a 5 for me. The honey part is actually the redeeming quality. I like that a lot in this. We've done some fruity beers before that have honey. They actually bring it out quite a bit. And the honey brown was actually a really good beer. It's a super cheap beer, and it's kind of garbage, and everybody makes it. But that sweetness actually brings something out of the beer. I do think that the Belgian yeast and the hops that are in this, they combine, and it has a really, really dry finish. Like it's just a very bad dry finish. So I don't like that at all. It doesn't make this appealing at all. And it's not something that I would buy again. If they did some sort of other honey beer that didn't have Belgian yeast, I'd probably buy it. But this isn't. So again, a 5 for me. Now, you guys with your perfect disguise, which is basically this beer, but in a perfect disguise. With more hops.
It's delicious.
Hops.
Do we get muted? Or you say
I kind of agree with David on this one of the comments. 2.2 because it's not animal blood. Apparently, animal blood is drank straight out of the animal. Hey.
Didn't know in the first place.
David, Jason, this is not something I'd buy again. Didn't buy it in the first place.
You know, Jason actually did pick these up. I think
So we're actually drinking the Perfect Disguise. It's a double IPA. And the whole lore of this double IPA is that it is the perfect disguise between a Kolsch and a double IPA.
So it's a very grassy flavor?
Very grassy flavor. I'd like to hear you all play a round of Would You Rather.
Cherry is obsessed with Would You Rather.
Stealing is not buying. Future Jason can tell you a whole bunch of side stories that led to that truth. I like the label art. The label art is actually really cool. If you look at the guy, there's actually a little hop inside of a giant. I'm guessing
the German.
Yeah, German.
I thought it was a pickle, not a hops.
I honestly thought it was a nut. I thought it was a nutcracker at first look.
You gotta go, babe.
What?
But
Just like looking from far away like that, it looks like a pickle. I'm blind. Sue me. Damn. Fuck.
But it says Off-Centered Art Series, meet Michael Hacker. Both an illustrator and comic artist. Our good pal Michael Hacker is our featured artist for our 2019 Off-Centered Art Series based in Vienna and Berlin. He's been designing and printing gig posters since 2007 for some of the world's most critically acclaimed bands. His unique style and amusing sense of humor are the perfect fit to bring our Off-Centered
almost made me have
to life.
Looks like a piece of
IPA
corn
come out of
controlling
my
a
nose.
turd.
Oh wow, I could see that. I could see that. So this one,
he's killing me, man.
Dave is on fire tonight. Looks like a guy from a Ricola commercial.
Do it.
Ricola.
Good job.
He's our new lead singer.
You should see him sing Tenacious D.
Oh god.
Oh, we've played that video before.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Look at the video if you want to see that shit.
There might actually be a repeat in the next couple days because myself and my brother will be there again.
Doing karaoke.
We're going to a brewery that has not only karaoke, but it has a mini golf course.
What?
And there's also some board game that I have never heard of in my life. But we went on Groupon and found something for like $26 where we get a free pint. Or no, a free 4-pack of a flight, a free growler, and we get a round of mini golf and a round of whatever the game is. I don't know what it is. It's not a mobile glory hole.
What is that?
That's a Tate hate thing.
It's a tape thing.
It's a Tate thing.
He's like, hold on a minute.
He said, "What was that?" Pretty sure Tate missed the show to go drill some holes, if you know what I'm saying.
Like a mobile trailer with a built-in board.
Oh my god.
I want to be very clear.
Ow! Easy. I'm fragile. I got brittle bones. I don't drink enough milk.
Yes. Yes.
He's explaining the glory hole.
But the purpose of this hole.
Yes, that is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
A mobile glory hole is what Tate calls his refrigerator box.
I don't think it's a hobby. I think it's a way of life.
Oh my god.
Going through and trying to find them. Like, did he really do that? Or he just
My stomach hurts like a motherfucker.
So you missed it earlier. I bought an Imperium beer, and on the top, on top it says Glory Hole. Now I know.
Secure refrigerator box. Step 2, drill a hole. Step 3, get him out. Step.
Future Goka? That means yours.
Oh fuck.
David is on one right now.
He is
For
always
insert
on
Tate.
one. He is always on one.
It's like the Dick in a Box song. See, you
Put my
get
dick
a
in a
refrigerator box.
box.
Step 2, drill a hole. Step 3, get a mouth step.
Put your dick in the
4,
box.
insert Tate.
Alright. This Dogfish Head double IPA disguise. This is probably my favorite double IPA, I think, so far. I haven't had a whole lot of them, but it's not overly brash.
Better
I thought.
than Death Breath?
What?
Better than the Death Breath? Hydra?
Oh, yes. That was an Imperial, and I like this way better.
It was an Imperial double, wasn't it? Because it was supposed to be a triple?
I don't know. I was thinking it was just an Imperial IPA. I could be wrong. But yeah, I like this better than the.
Hydra now disowns us.
No.
We're never allowed back.
The downside to this is it's $12.99 a 6-pack, I believe. But that's Dogfish prices for you. It's not overly bitter at all. Like, I think the last beer was more bitter than this one, and just being a single IPA, that surprised me a little bit. I'll probably buy this again, even at the price, like every once in a while, but not often, because I can't afford that shit. I'm gonna give this an 8.
Julie, it's your choice.
You start to like IPAs. This is getting ridiculous now. You're worse than Tate.
This one's smooth. It's almost like a milkshake, Jason.
It is.
It's not bad. I give it a 6.
I think they have that, like...
Wow.
No
Julie
shit.
gave it a fucking 6.
What?
Wait, is that the one where you would buy it again? Wait, which
You
one?
gave the last one a fucking 3.
Yeah, the last one was fucking horrible. It made me want to vomit. This one is way
She
better.
gave the double IPA a 6.
That's
This
awesome.
is way
I
better.
like it. I like
This
it.
one's fruitier. It's got citrus in it that masks.
This one does remind me of like a citrus milkshake style.
It does. You know, I'm actually going to piggyback off of that.
I'm drunk enough, Sarah.
She's
Drunk
not drunk, are
enough.
you? A 6?
I've only had one beer.
It really does remind me of a milkshake IPA with how it comes across. This is definitely citrusy.
It's got creamy notes, I think.
It does. And there's nothing really brash about this.
It doesn't make me make faces.
That's an instant 5.
Yeah.
That's
If I'm not, like,
5. No,
after
but
drinking it,
keep in mind,
We're
my wife does not drink beer like ever.
And I didn't see you there, and then it looked like you were zooming away.
I hate beer.
I hate
so.
beer. No, but this has a lot of good notes, a lot of citrus notes, which is why, Jason, I think you would actually like this because
I think you would like it.
Yeah, I think you would too.
It's not quite that lemon IPA you were looking for making, but I think this would be a solid one for you to actually like. Tate would fucking blow his mind out for this one. I think Tate would probably give.
He would suck 12 dicks.
Tate would glory hole for this. It'd probably be a 9 in Tate's book. I actually, I feel bad because I feel like I gave the Resilience a little too high of a score now compared to this one.
I might actually buy a 6-pack of this. It's so good.
Yeah, I think this would definitely be. I would buy this from time to time, not all the time, because $12.99 a 6-pack is a little more than I'd like to spend on it.
Isn't a regular 6-pack $9.99 though?
It's like $8.99.
$8.99.
The Resilience was $8.99.
$8.99 is a low.
But it's also a double IPA, so there's a lot more alcohol in it. So you expect it to at least be a minimum of $9.99
instead of like.
But I would give this one an 8.5. I'm actually really blown away by this one. It's very fucking good. Tate would blow lots of dongs for lots of things.
Where's Nadine? I told her to watch this.
I do really like this. This is fucking amazing. Yeah.
Are you two going to speak about cocktails for the bullshit part of this?
Oh, yes. I need Justin to explain to me how he made clear ice.
So, one sec.
Well, I'd like to make a last word, but we're going to be lying.
One sec. You had an 8.5, 6.
You had an 8. An 8.
I should go 8.5. I'll stay.
I almost went 9. I almost did. Good. It's really fucking good.
And on the honey, you guys had what? Jason had like a 5.5.
Hey, be nice to him. Take it away, Jim.
Bueller, hello?
I missed what you were saying.
We were doing our average of what.
That way, when I edit the video, I can find the footage easier.
Chris said 8. I said 8.5. Julie said 6. What'd you guys say on yours?
For you guys, yes. For me, I believe it was a 5.5. And then these two rated it fairly low.
6 to Justin, I think.
5 for you.
It'll be actively gross when we rate 2 or 3.
And that's a monk and honey, right?
Aeroplanes Common Ale. That was one of the worst beers I've ever had in my whole life.
Actively gross.
So, you guys don't tune into the show regularly. It was such a bad beer.
We wish you would.
Beer up there. I shit on that beer so hard that they called our distributor to call the liquor store that we actually shop at to tell them that we shit on them too hard.
Wow.
Yeah. What? And so we put this line on tap. And then
what up, Josh?
The owner of that liquor store and
he always shares. I love Josh.
Both said,
Josh.
Hey, just so you guys know,
we on them too hard.
And both of them think our bet. Ryan from K-Byers said, I don't give a fuck what they say. They're going to be honest because it's not like you're giving them the beer for free. Yep. And then the other guy said, I can't remember his name, but I wish I could. He said, hey, instead of being mad at them for being honest, why don't you change some shit and get back to them? Why don't you make a better beer? Yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. Awesome on both of you for just being real about it.
So, the liquor store know that you guys are doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Cave Divers, Ryan, Will, all of y'all there. We appreciate y'all for always hooking us up.
Will is my birthday brother.
So it's not bad. I mean, it's not like, hey, you guys get free beer all the time as long as you rate this. And it's the new beers this week. No. But the guy's cool with us, and he's always. I mean, he knows we're gonna go there and spend money every fucking year. I mean, every fucking.
The Gomer guy's giving us discounts on our liquor. I think it's a bulk purchase discount. It's more of a bulk purchase discount.
What's wrong?
I mean, it's like
we'll
go in and spend $300 on liquor.
No, we've spent upwards $400 on liquor.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's not even uncommon at this point. We stopped in a fire bar.
Uncommon at this point.
To stop in a fire bar takes.
Oh, it's not cheap to stock an entire bar.
stand out. Like, I mean, chartreuse is gonna run you $60 a bottle anyway. Throw in like some Yiddish Taylors, they'll be between like 60 and 80. Hell, most of our cognacs all around that price.
Out.
Oh, they froze. They froze.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Brad cut the wire.
Uh-oh.
Nice to see you're still alive, Trace.
Ooh. Ouch.
Fuck.
I think we lost him. Well, guess it's down to our BS.
RBS is better anyway.
So let's talk about some BS.
Some BS?
Some BS. So, if you haven't... Ooh. Oh, wait, they're back?
You keep going.
Are they back? Oh, no, that's... Well, that's why they froze.
Brad said...
Jason's PC reset. Would you rather chew on a stranger's toenail until it comes off or lick the inside of Tate's glory hole? Chew on a toenail. 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 I don't think that's... Is that really a question?
Wait, is Tate's dick in the glory hole?
It doesn't matter?
Well, yeah, because if there's no dick on it, I might lick it versus chewing on a toenail.
Did his dick touch the glory hole, though? Would you still lick it?
I mean, maybe.
Ugh.
Depends on what the toenail... If it's Dave's...
There are no stipulations. I've gone toenail.
If it's Dave's toenail versus Tate's glory hole, then Tate's glory hole all day long.
Dave, I'll take your toenail. It's always
You
in
will
the glory
not
hole.
take Dave's toenail.
His toenail can't be worse than mine.
Let me see.
Nope.
Nope.
Not showing toenails.
Hashtag nope.
That's
That's
a hard no.
hard no.
It's a hard
no.
no.
We'll hide
No
this
soft
for
nose.
now.
I can't believe you hard no Tom Segura. He
I
hard
didn't-
noed Tom Segura.
It was initial. I did not
hard no.
I did not mean to hard no Tom Segura. By the way, if anybody needs 2 Tom Segura tickets,
Yeah.
We have some.
Yeah,
They
$120
have some.
for 2 awesome
Cherry,
seats.
Dave, you guys want to come? Huh?
I did not mean to hard no. I just have a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and there's no way that I can do that one.
He hard noed. Like right off the bat. I didn't even get it fully out of my mouth. And he's
And
like,
then I
hard
came back and
no.
was like, oh, my bad. I
We're gonna make
will.
welcome giant.
Ooh. Look at me. Look at me.
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Ooh, my arms.
At least until
Where's the other
Dylan's
2
get
girls
back.
tonight? Josh Tate is dealing with some stuff that we let him go. He's off tonight.
He's off forever. He got fired.
We have extra tickets because I ordered them not knowing my wife ordered them.
So, do you want to
I
explain?
ordered-
Do you want to explain this one?
Yeah,
Julie?
I will
This is a
explain
perfect
this.
story for you.
So, my husband always gives me shit for not being able to keep secrets and surprises. And so, I thought I would surprise him with Tom Segura tickets for our anniversary. He loves Tom Segura. So, as soon as the tickets went on sale, I bought them immediately. I was like one of the first people to buy tickets. And I kept it a secret for months. It was I think 5 months is
First time ever.
about how long it was. And I was struggling so hard to keep it a secret. There were like 5 times where I thought he found out about it. And then one day, someone on Facebook was talking about Theo Vaughn tickets. And so I got him Theo Vaughn tickets for Valentine's Day. And then he commented on there and he's like, hope you didn't get Tom Segura tickets because I just did. And I was like, fuck, now I have to tell him. So I had to call and be like, can you return those? And he's like, why? I'm like, just fucking return them. And he's like, no. I'm like, you have to. I bought them 5 months ago.
You literally have to say somebody died to return tickets.
Thank you,
I don't know
Sarah.
where your hat went. Or your phone went.
Everyone else knew except for Chris because if I told anybody, or if I didn't tell anybody else, I would have told Chris. So I had to just tell everybody. Anybody, I was like, I'm getting Tom Segura tickets.
God, bring back the Casey couch. Just make her stop.
Damn, babe.
You got booed out.
Brad, that's so mean.
Can you tell that fucker
I
to...
thought we were friends.
Hey, Brad, tell him to
Disney
call me
karaoke.
again on Hangouts if you can.
Yeah, tell Jason to hurry up and call back. Stop being a baby back bitch.
Are you saying that I'm saying Segura weird? Because I feel like I'm saying it right. Am I saying it weird?
Segura.
Segura.
I like your
Thank
story.
you, Cherry. Cherry loves me.
Love.
Cherry's the best friend you will
Love.
ever have.
He's loading up now, I think.
She
She's
sent
crying.
me-
Yes.
How the hell is he not going to plug his laptop in? Them things die in like 45 minutes.
She sent me a singagram for
Rookie.
Valentine's Day.
Rookie.
What? A
Jason.
singagram? Oh, I thought you were talking about Cherry. Yeah, Cherry sent me a whole choir on Valentine's Day. I was in a meeting, and I had to be pulled out of my meeting to go upstairs to have 15 people sing to me.
Oh, I would have done that for free.
And I thought it was my husband, and so I was like trying so hard not to cry.
I do singagrams all day.
But then I let you down.
He let me
Q
down.
song
But-
NF let you down.
He did let me down, but Cherry exceeded.
Really, the IT guy didn't make sure the laptop was plugged in.
Get him, Sarah.
Yes, Sarah. Yes.
Cherry
Is there a scene from
exceeded-
Mortal Kombat coming up, Raiden? There could be.
Cherry exceeded my expectations for a friend. Just so everyone knows, if you're not Cherry's friend, then you're missing out.
I will destroy you, James Blaine. Next time I'll contact Nathan.
Oh,
If
shit.
Nathan shows up to my work next year and sings to me, I will shit myself.
It would be the greatest thing ever. Let's be honest.
You have to have him do two
I
dishes.
see you,
It has to be
Jason.
him and his brother.
Alright, let me pull up our other piece.
Hey, so Jason, while you're gone, there was a question. Number one was, how does the IT guy not know to plug his laptop in?
Nope, that's how it happened. Get blue screen.
We, air quote, believe you.
That we thought it was.
You know, we had quite a conversation about what kind of operating system blue screens these days. And Jason was like,
Sarah, I typically don't have expectations for any of my
Windows 10
friends.
does. Windows doesn't
That's
do
why she
anything.
exceeded them.
So,
Answering the question, sorry.
alright.
Oh,
Now they're all here.
Cherry,
We're gonna be integrated back in here. Charlie's coming in, and there's a cocktail made, and you're going to go cocktails. I'm going to go use them.
Cherry, to give you a preview,
Jason almost
finally,
busted his
now
ass.
Julie will stop. I mean, love you, Julie.
It's Jilly. Love you, Jilly.
Julie? Is that what it said?
Yeah. That's my name.
Oh. Jilly, two twinkles.
Too
Chewy.
twinky.
Chewy, nobody cares about your toy right now.
Sweetie, come in. It's not unusual to have love with anyone. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
Sinatra over here.
Can I hear Casey Couch over the dog's squeaky toy?
Let's see.
Yeah, shut up with your squeaky toy, dog.
So Jason has given us permission to take over a little bit and talk about some cocktails.
Some tacos?
No, they're
Cocktails.
cocktail
Oh,
folks.
cocktails.
Beer, except it's made out of liquor.
I prefer cocktails. Can you hand me my cocktail?
We fully agree
No,
with
you
this.
gotta drink that first.
Gentlemen, have your chance.
Permission granted.
All right.
We are fully intrigued.
That is a sidecar.
Whoa! Way to call that one out. Yes, this is a sidecar.
Wow.
Cognac, lemon juice, simple syrups, and what am I missing?
Lemon juice is in quotation marks.
Yeah, this isn't a lemon juice cocktail. So this is a cocktail made out of an acid concoction. So I bought citric acid recently, and I was able to make a lemon juice substitute.
As bizarre as that sounds.
So I made a lemon juice substitute.
It
out
does
of
sound
citric
bizarre.
acid.
How
And,
bizarre?
when you use it in a sidecar,
I'm
what
super
you
interested.
get is it's a drink made with the acidity that you would get with a juice, a citrus juice drink, but without the tartness and without the flavor of the lemon juice. So it's not better. I mean, it's obviously a different drink entirely. But it is tasty. And that's really enjoyable.
Seems happy.
I took the gentleman's route. I did a cocktail, which is a riff on an old fashioned. They use Lothardo instead of sugar. Obviously, still like a good whiskey. And we used Buffalo Trace in this one.
Ooh,
And then
I like
you
it.
also put some Dejards, some Angostura, and some absinthe in it. It really brightens up the drink.
Absinthe.
In general, it's probably one of my favorite drinks. I mean, Jason, how's your sidecar?
Very orange.
It's
delicious.
It's terribly orange.
So what happens? So when you make a drink that's traditionally made with a lemon juice with a citric acid instead, if you use an orange peel, an orange zest, since the lemon's not there to overshadow it, you get a much more powerful flavor from the orange zest. I'm making this motion, by the way, because that's how you zest an orange. That's what you do.
Let me ask them a question.
Well, the peel. Yes, sorry, the peel.
Okay.
You
Can you hear me?
take a slice off the peel, like you peel a potato or an apple, and then you take the bit, you squeeze it over the top of the drink. The I don't know what do you call the skin of the orange? It releases a lot of its flavors.
Rind.
It's called the rind.
The rind.
The rind. Releases flavors
It's like
into the drink.
over us.
He's drunk.
If you have never had a sidecar, I am drunk. If you've never had a sidecar, they're delicious. You should definitely have them.
I've never had a sidecar.
Oh,
I
next time if you ever visit KC, we have a bar. We have sidecar Sundays.
Sidecar Sundays. I like that.
Yeah.
We actually plan on making a KC trip some point in the near future. Which we look forward to. I am actually very interested in the old fashioned. You said you put absinthe in it?
Yes. So this is an approved whiskey cocktail. So it's in the family. Oh yeah. This is in the family. So we subscribe to. Well, I subscribe to. Sorry, Justin. I subscribe to a book called The Cocktail Codex, which argues that there are really only 6 cocktails, and everything is a riff on those cocktails. This might be free. And so Sidecar is its own family, which is why they're praising it so highly. Old Fashioned is also one of the 6 cocktails.
Yes.
And in my opinion, this is the best variant of Old Fashions, at least in my experience. But yes, you don't put much absinthe though. Because,
I'm guessing it's like a splash.
yes, just a little bit. Like pretty much the Peychard or Peychards or Peychards.
I always said the shot.
Well, sure, we'll go with Peychards.
I mean, I said Butt County.
That is going to complement any absinthe that's in there and bring those flavors forward. But if you use too much of either, they're going to dominate the drink. And this definitely took some practice. This is probably my like 50th. I mean, like over the course of.
I have a question.
For the last 6 or so months.
I have a question, fellas.
But definitely a very, very solid drink.
Chris has a question.
Why don't you two start your own business and just be the bad fucking bartenders, the badass bartenders that nobody can touch, and you make the best
Because
drinks
you
in
can
the
make
city?
a lot more money doing
Software.
Why don't?
That's the only reason why.
You make a valid point.
My job pays the bills for my liquor habit.
So
But your hobby could become your main forte, and you make more money.
Then I'm a musician. Come on.
But so maybe not start a business off of it, but why don't you guys start your own channel like they do with the beer and talk about your cocktails?
So this guy has a mobile bag for cocktails that he just brings around with him. Like, oh, you mentioned this thing? Let's do this up for you.
Oh, what was it?
So here's how it is. I don't like carry liquor around with me everywhere I go. I don't.
Well,
no.
if you're Missouri, you're fine as long as you're not the driver.
No. There are certain there are certain drinks that are very easy to make ahead of time,
Like
to batch them.
Well, like the French 75.
Yeah.
Go ahead and explain what you did at the party.
So when we had a party last weekend, we were going over to somebody's house. There's going to be a dozen and a half people there. So we took the recipe for a French 75 and pre-batched the liquor bits. What's the recipe for?
The liquor
recipe for
bits.
French 75. It's going to be lemon juice, gin, and simple syrup.
And champagne.
No. But the pre-batch is lemon
pre-batch.
juice, gin, and simple. So you pre-batch the lemon juice, gin, and simple. The simple syrup, sorry, sugar water. Sorry.
I love this.
Sounds
stuff.
really good, Mara.
I'm gonna show my
And then you put that, take that stuff, carry it with you. Then you bring champagne, and to make the drink, you literally just combine that premix with some champagne. It's super easy to make in a party setting. You can just bang them out, no big deal. And they're delicious. Everyone loves them. They're a fantastic drink. They're sweet. They've got citrus to them. They're bubbly because of the champagne. So when you say I have a mobile bag,
You were full of lies. There were droppers of different things in your bag.
well, so
It had nothing to do with this.
well, okay, so there's a secret to the French 75, which is if you add, well, there's a secret to almost most drinks, frankly. If you add an absinthe, it's a little bit of absinthe. Like for the improved whiskey cocktail, you want like 5 to 10 drops of absinthe, not very much absinthe. That it doesn't change the drink, but it adds something to the bottom, to the middle, I don't know, but it adds something. It's not always conscious what it is, but it tastes better. Alright, so I had 2 droppers. I had the absinthe dropper, and then I had a dropper of saline solution, just salt water. And you don't add a lot of salt to drinks, but just like you add salt to food, adding salt to drinks in the proper proportions really brings out the flavors. Now, when I say like 1 drop, literally when you're making a cocktail this size. You did before. Yeah, it's tiny. It's a single drop of a 1 to 5 or 1 to 4 salt to water saline solution. Yeah, it's not like a magic ingredient that's going to make a cocktail taste delicious, but it's a mild ingredient that's going to make a good cocktail better.
It's like MSG.
Yeah.
For drink.
That is a great analogy, yeah. It is pretty much just like MSG. It can't be like the primary thing, but it just makes everything taste that much better.
Well, like, I think this is why they salt margaritas, is to get that saline in there. And the thing is, if you use a dropper of saline, I mean, this is going to sound blasphemous to some, but I don't really think a margarita needs a rim of salt if you add that saline solution.
Well, I think in general, the more citrusy your drink is, the more salt you can use.
Is it saline solution contact?
And so next time we do a tiki party, we should definitely incorporate salt into the equation. It was completely absent last time.
What are your tiki parties based on?
Oh, you weren't there for the tiki party.
I was not, but you are mentioning, I imagine, tropical history?
Yeah, well, we have a book called Smuggler's Cove, which is, they literally wrote the book on tiki drinks. And so it's a collection of things from Trader Vic's to, what's the beachcomber guy's name? Don?
Don't know his name.
So a lot of tiki drinks were pioneered back in the 50s as this like foreign and magical entity, but even though it was like calling a Polynesia that never existed. And so drinks like the Zombie or the Singapore Sling, I mean, like what, the Mai Tai is probably one of the most classic of those. We basically batched up all these things in advance. I mean, the Singapore Sling has some like bubbles involved, so you have to do that separately. Batched that up and basically made what, 3 gallons of different tiki drinks?
Yeah, so it's about 3 gallons of
It was an evening.
It was fun.
A weekend.
So there were
There were 10.
No, there were 10.
I think there were 12 bucks.
12, 16.
We didn't get sick till the next day. Well, no, you got sick the next day.
So I drank the next day. I drank the batch, and that was a bad day.
Yeah, so the Zombie in itself is like, there used to be like a 2-drink limit on them because you might like just
take control of Casey.
And so, Matt had 2 of those and was growing up? I mean, like, in general, you wouldn't want to drink that much booze.
I do have to say, I've had, I think, 3 beers tonight, and I'm pretty fucking drunk already.
I've had 2, and I'm...
So, I have a very...
I'm good.
I have a question for you, fellas, because you very much make cocktails. We drink beer. It's a very different relation. Like we obviously drink beer. It hits us completely different than per se cocktails that you all make or drink. So like, say last week we went to Wichita with, it was my sister and a bunch of us friends, and we were going to make our own like margaritas, and we weren't trying to do anything special. I know how to make, you know, one water, or it's 1 part sugar to 1 part water, so you make your simple syrup. But like, say for someone who's a beginner on drinking cocktails, what would you give them as an intro cocktail to drink
or make?
Most definitely the old fashioned. The old fashioned is one of the most simple drinks to make, but whiskey, man, that's gonna tear some.
If you like whiskey, I don't.
Well, okay. So let me rephrase this. So what we like to do here as a group is find beers, or like give intro beers to people who don't necessarily like.
I'm not a liquor dude, so persuade me into
drink
that
Keystone.
life.
Like people who drink Keystone, we try and give them an entry level beer to drink for that.
An old fashioned to me is not a segue from beer to liquor.
Yeah. So
I was talking about craftsmanship. Like,
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have rephrased it. Like, give me something.
It's a very classic drink.
Yeah.
You see it in what, Mad Men?
Yeah. But as far as an entry to cocktails, like drinking cocktails, not making them, different argument.
Yeah.
Like, a daiquiri is going to be fruity, delicious, just generally pleasant.
So what is daiquiri? It's juice.
I believe it is.
Rum.
It's juice, rum, and simple syrup.
And you'll be able to find a variation of different recipes for daiquiri online, like the different proportions of. So it is essentially a light rum, an unaged light rum, which you can
silver. Sometimes they call them white rums.
Yeah, silver white.
So like, what kind of rum would that be? What kind of rum would that be?
I mean, we use Eldorado 3 here for our unaged rum.
It is essentially any rum that's
Bacardi Silver.
So yeah, she said, would Bacardi Silver be okay?
That would be a white rum?
Okay.
Any rum, anything that's full as a rum, and you can see through as like a clear liquor.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for daiquiri. Alright, and there's lime juice?
I don't know. We use a shitload of lime when I do that party. We use 42 lime. We got an industrial juice.
So frankly, really here's the complication of the daiquiri. It's liquor, sugar, and citrus. That's what makes the heart of the drink.
So what you're saying is it's a margarita.
Well,
It's a margarita.
What's up, Wells?
I like margaritas. I'll be your big back. I'm going to insult the Bible.
The margarita is a sidecar variant as well, though. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna. You know what? I want to take a step back and I want to say, if you're looking to get into cocktails, I don't know if you should, but what I think you should do is not focus on a particular cocktail to make, but rather a method of making cocktails. Should we elaborate, please? So when I say it's a liquor, it's a citrus, and a sugar. That's what a daiquiri is. That's all you really need to make a cocktail, is some kind of liquor, some kind of citrus, and some kind of sugar. Some cocktails don't have citrus, whatever.
Oh, this would make sense as to why an old fashioned is whiskey, orange, it's bitters and a sugar cube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the basics of cocktails.
But if you want to take those rules and turn them into a concrete drink, bring the
So
it'd be better if it said vodka.
A lot of our arguments are based off of a book called Cocktail Codex, which suggests these 6 fundamental drinks.
Oh, they can't see you.
No, it's it'll appear in about 30 seconds. It's so more about. And so the Cocktail Codex suggests there are really only 6 cocktails. And I subscribe to this more or less. The thing is every single drink you make is a riff on those primary ingredients.
What are the 6?
I mean, like, oh gosh. Okay, so there's the classic martini, which will include everything from Manhattans to martinis.
I fucking hate martinis.
There's the sidecar. There's the old fashioned. There's the flips, which we don't really deal with.
What's this? What is this one?
The flip?
Yep.
The flip involves egg white.
Okay.
I am
Ew.
right. It's just
No.
Pass.
She said, "Ew."
Hard no.
Hard no.
The daiquiri has its own section in this.
No, I disagree.
Oh,
I disagree with this book.
I wouldn't I wouldn't want to be caught dead drinking a fucking daiquiri either.
None of this.
Bitch, daiquiris are delicious.
This vodka's neutral grain spirit. I'm gonna shit on vodka.
What?
If you don't mind me.
I'm gonna shit on vodka.
I don't like
That is rude.
It's a garbage liquor.
Vodka is delicious.
Nope. Sarah, I'm gonna spend money this week. We're doing. What are you guys doing Saturday?
Drinking.
Bond drinks what?
You not have
Bond drinks martinis and they're trash.
Bloody Marys. We're doing Bloody Marys. I have shitloads of hot sauce in there.
Oh yeah.
That's all we're doing.
I don't want to get into your butt here. I'm a big
I
Bloody
don't
Mary.
drink vodka straight with a tiny bit of
Oh,
flavor.
Sure.
please.
I
Let me
Ever.
tell you,
Bloody
Please.
Mary.
It's a fun
I've always
contest.
tried to
This makes you hard?
No, this makes me die
So,
because
okay. I'm not gonna.
he's all about
I
vodka.
deny it.
Bloody Marys.
Vodka goes in Bloody
I
Mary.
love them.
But all of
doing a
the
Bloody Maria. We can do that.
no.
Yes.
But all the traditional cocktails, like
I'll take this,
say a
no.
martini, needs vodka, and those people
I
are
haven't had
wrong.
one of them.
A real
not
martini
with
has
you.
to
So,
be
Unless you don't
like,
want this one.
There's so many
I'll take
classic cocktails that might call for vodka and quotation marks actually need a
I'm
real
surprised
spirit.
at how good that
Vodka
fucking
by
beer
its
is.
nature is a neutral grain spirit. It hasn't achieved a definition. It's formless.
Isn't that the entire point of vodka, though? A good
It's just the
vodka is supposed to
weirdest
be
Blues Bros episode yet.
Yes, but the thing is,
You got
every single liquor that's been developed has its
Stop
own
putting your junk in front of
identity,
the screen.
except for vodka. And it's
Sorry.
it's literally
I'm
not
zoomed
having
in
an
on it.
identity.
I can't help it.
And so that's kind of why I will never, like, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, our bar lacks a lot of vodkas. I believe we have one in there right now. And so, like, if
Which
if
one
we're
is it?
drinking that calling for vodka, we'll usually substitute gin.
Somebody's got a card up there. Is that Neil?
It is the only thing. It has the.
How would that be louder?
The
KC is out of control. I agree. KC is out of control.
It's chartreuse.
I think it's me, but it's
If you want to
Casey.
ever enjoy the swizzle.
He's
No, I
saying-
think he's saying KC, like, because they're
I
in
would
Kansas
like
City.
the
we're in
opportunity
Florida.
to give my 2 cents here.
You are out of control.
Yes.
You're
Now I
way
need to
too
give the
out of
opposite side of this argument.
Well,
No, no, it's gonna be
this isn't the
opposite.
opposite side. I'm gonna return back to my original argument that making a cocktail, well, to make the kind of cocktails that I like, I will admit that I'm already like circling the wagons here. Is a liquor, a citrus, and a sugar. That's it. So
Circle the
make-
wagons
so
sounds
recipe for
racist as
daiquiri.
fuck. No, it's
Use
not.
a rum, a lemon or lime juice, and sugar.
Anything Nathan can do to
Your way of
put his
making
dick in the camera again.
Drink it and enjoy it. Like balance those 3 parts of the flavors. And then from there, I think you could really start to
Chris and
explore
Nathan whispering is
so
louder
much
than
about
Jason.
the
They drank beer from Butt County.
So, you mentioned this. One of my favorite drinks. It is a cucumber jalapeno margarita. And whenever I make this, it's cucumber jalapeno.
After drinking this, I probably would not like that one.
Together, lime, and then
Like, push my hand
I
away.
don't use any sugars.
This is a
And
beer
to
tasting
me,
show,
it is
bitch.
You're
a
fucked
perfect
up.
drink, but it's
A
actually
little
supposed to line
Monaco.
whereas it's supposed to have the necessity of extra sugars.
There are drinks that do not use sugar. So this is highball. It's called one. And those are where the liquor stands to be the accent of the drink. And so, like, honestly, the drink you just described, it sounds like you might benefit from using reposado. Maybe it's skilled with a little bit more personality. Or you could dip into the world that is mezcals. You could probably augment that particular cocktail of plenty of different
Moscow or Moscow?
Mezcal.
Okay.
So tequila is
Oh, I thought we were talking about mules for a second.
yeah, 100% blue agave in the tequila region of Mexico.
Dude,
If you were to take 100% blue agave and
the
make it
real
outside
tequila
the
is
tequila
fucking
region of Mexico,
awesome.
it would technically be a mezcal. And so every agave-based spirit you see that isn't made in tequila is actually falling under mezcal. The difference is they don't have to be 100% blue agave. They don't even have to be 100% agave.
Yeah,
mezcal
American
really
tequila is fucking
great
trash.
tequila term.
Isn't there a tequila? It's one of
In
the
my
big ones.
opinion.
It's either
You're not listening.
Patron or
to
Jose
this.
Cuervo, which is only
This is our
50%.
show.
I agree. I
Or
agree.
this,
I agree with you.
Like, so Cazadores is what we not a big plug. Sorry. Cazadores is what we predominantly drink in this house because it is the same blue agave that Patron buys. It's just the manufacturer of the blue agave decided to make their own tequila, and that's Cazadores.
Wait, you just said. Hold on. Can I raise my hand real quick?
Oh, yeah, it's cheap as fuck.
Can I raise my hand real quick?
Reposados.
Nope.
Reposados an aged tequila.
Hold up, fellas.
Yeah.
And so
Our age.
Is his name Justin?
Hi!
Charlie.
Charlie.
it's written Anejo is what they're more.
Charlie.
What? Sorry.
So, question.
Yes.
Just to re-emphasize that one. You said you buy what tequila, and it is bought out by who?
Okay, so we buy Cazadores. I'll go grab the bottle.
Cazadore. Okay.
Casadore.
Oh wow, this one's in.
I should tell you how decent it is.
So we buy Cazadores, but we get the Reposado. It runs like what, $20 a bottle?
Yeah, it's like $20 a bottle.
It's dirt cheap, and it's easily better than Patron. And so the thing is this will blow most of the other tequilas and its price range completely out of the market. Oh, sorry.
There you go.
It's got a deer on it. And so it is just
Closer to the webcam. Closer.
And so
Closer to the webcam.
Guess they can't hear me.
everything calls for tequila.
So, again, what are you guys doing Saturday?
Drinking.
What I'm hearing is Bloody Marys and, maybe not for you, jalapeno cucumber margaritas.
Well, that sounds nice. It's actually the margarita, or not margarita, sorry, the Bloody Marys that I stand for.
And,
It's impossible to hear.
So this is supposed to, we didn't celebrate, okay. So, fun fact, my love of Cazadores.
By the way,
many years ago,
Saturday
many
is
years
National
quite
Margarita Day.
In
margarita
Margarita,
sounds like it's a long way away from
Margarita is
Mexico.
cheap.
right? Yes, but we still celebrated Margarita January.
I hate
Which
margaritas.
is
I've never heard of it.
We should
It
have
was the first.
Unless it's
around
Mexican
Cinco de Mayo.
tequila.
No, I believe it's in
Then
January.
it's decent.
And so we.
Brad, go fuck
Is it
yourself!
Brad? Brad!
What?
So we got 20 minutes.
Oh, is it just coming through pure left? Is that what's
Hi, Brad!
I can hear him.
They keep being like, hey.
Yeah, we keep trying to talk to you and you don't listen to us.
Let's just drown out.
I'm sorry, we are definitely overtalked, but guys, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
It's because
You're drunk. We're drunk. It's hard to hear other people when you're drunk. Brad's not drunk.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, Brad!
Oh, good job. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Brad's
Hi,
drunk
Brad.
on being a dick!
Hi, Brad!
Cute middle finger, bro.
Yeah, that's one of the few things. Hey, we found it. Brad, do you want a sidecar with orange? It's delicious.
Don't peer pressure him.
You should drink it. That way you throw up face down again.
Okay, so I know you said you're...
Did you guys see pictures of Brad from 4th of July episode?
I have not.
Oh,
So, Charlie, I know you said you're against...
Yes.
Thank you, Sarah. I just read that. Yes, margaritas are very nice. They're a delicious drink.
We're out of line.
They can be.
Saturday is National Margarita Day.
Most of the time, margaritas are fucking garbage.
Oh, that's because they use sour mix or margarita.
Yeah, the mix sucks ass.
A margarita is not a drink. No.
Fresh
Margarita
sours.
is not
Fresh
drinking
limes.
in a big pint glass. Margarita is a cocktail, right?
Fresh limes.
Or two, maybe 3 of those.
Next time you're up here, we'll make you good margaritas.
Fresh limes.
Oh, God. That is literally Brad.
Brad, come back!
Do you have video of him puking?
He's super drunk. He's super drunk. He had this burrito in his pocket and he kept waving his pants down.
I love how high he put his hands.
So you show someone at the same time,
Burrito
thumbs
looking
down.
because he pulled it out of his pocket. Oh, wait. There's a video here, too. Here we go. Here's Brad.
Sorry, James. It's been an experience. We're just
trying
fucking
a new
around.
thing right now, so bear with us, bro. Bear with us.
I'm rookie mistake.
Brad, you are a beautiful creature in these pictures. It's amazing, and everybody should know about it. You should always hang out with Brad if you're drinking. He is a good time.
Did someone have a sidecar question that we missed?
Sarah asked something about that sidecar. I don't know what it was. We'll make her sidecar next time it comes up.
Yes. Like, the thing is, if you generally come to visit us, we will make you pretty much, like, 8 cocktails.
Julie's been on Monaco's.
Heyo.
She does not leave Monaco's.
I don't.
What is a Monaco? I don't know that.
It is a high.
It's vodka in a can.
Mixed drink in a can.
Nah,
Vodka.
So I'm a believer. Again, I don't think that you should make a cocktail super boozy. It should be the correct level of booze.
The last word.
Yeah, but don't you appreciate an old fashioned or, in your case, an improved whiskey cocktail?
I wouldn't even consider those boozy cocktails we make.
Cool.
The last
I feel like
word
a
is
set of
probably
knives for the
boozy.
inconvenience is in order.
Yeah. Well, no.
Pretty sure there have
There's
been 12 questions and no one from KC has any hearing
the
on
sugar is
Sagely.
fulfilled by sweeter alcohol.
I don't know what that means.
Here's
It's the
John
last word
Glasses.
is like
I don't know
hard.
Monaco's. Turn into
Lime,
KC Booze
gin,
Emporium.
Luxardo, and
Brad, you are so mad.
Like, it doesn't have a bad
Sorry,
point.
Social Security.
He doesn't.
It's all your Social Security numbers.
They can't hear shit because they're just talking.
Yeah, no, I
And it's
get it.
okay.
Julie is more than buzzing, just so you know. Also, James, I know that you were talking about Bob Ross a lot earlier. Are you into the 90s? And are you from Salina?
She's promoting.
90s.
90s was a great period of time.
They
So,
are.
fellas, fellas,
Yeah.
Ladies.
ladies,
Yeah.
gentlemen, everybody. I don't know what you're doing on March 1st, or is it 2nd?
March 1st.
March 1st.
Friday, March 1st.
But Friday, March 1st, Julie and her cohorts are hosting a great 90s trivia night at the VU here in Salina, Kansas.
I only came on the show to promote my business, so it's not because I'm married to one of these people.
Snow day.
Yes,
So
James,
no,
I am
James.
hating on you.
And what involved? What all is the trivia? What kind of trivia is the thing?
Yeah, can you give us a hint? What are the categories?
The categories are TV and movie, music, gossip / news, and merchandise. So basically pop culture.
Wow, Brad and
Three
David.
questions. One from each category you mentioned.
I'm not giving away my questions.
It's fine. Nobody watches this show.
Well, I can't give away the questions from any of the other categories because each girl was assigned a specific category. We each came up with questions for our own specific category.
Okay, one from yours then.
Is Mongolian throat singing involved?
Just do an example that's
Yes!
not a question.
Is it Mongolian or is it Tuvan throat
It could
singing?
be something like, what channel was Nickelodeon on?
There's a big difference. I'm just saying.
Is there a Morn curve present?
There's questions about
Future Jason already knows the answers.
there's a Rugrats question. I can give you that. There's a Rugrats question.
What's the Rugrats question?
You can't know.
I can't tell you what the question
Otherwise,
is.
I'll know the answer.
Is the answer Stuart Cope?
What if somebody in Salina watches this shit? They
It
might know
should
the answer.
be.
Nobody in Salina watches this shit. And they'll get one extra question. You get the bonus question because you watched our show.
No, Jason, fuck off.
There's all kinds of questions. There's so many good questions.
Is there Final Jeopardy? If so, can we put it on this show?
I feel like since we plugged your show, we should get some extra questions. Some cheats.
At least one.
I'll plug your show at my...
At least one. She can't tell you
thing.
the question. She hasn't even made them yet. She's gonna make them up the night of. I don't do trivia.
James, come on!
James,
we had
you
a
win
thing
life.
Going.
Is it chill if I go get myself in a cocktail?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Forever Fun is the name of the business. Forever Fun Events.
I'll make my own. I'm good. Until we get like real lemon juice back. I mean, I like the acid drink too.
Charlie, I feel like we are diverging in our cocktail.
Obviously, as we should.
We're approaching 9 o'clock. Do we want to talk about anything other than promoting shit and liquor or booze?
Do we have any last minute things we want to talk about?
So, Justin has a full conversation about ice. Are you interested?
Ice?
Yes.
Yes, the clear ice. Can I get that one?
Ice, baby. There is some science, and it is interesting. I like
That one
it.
makes me drink, so that's why I know they hate me.
Also, sweetness via temperature, which may actually be good for you for understanding beer
He
flavors
just has a
and
lazy
why they change at certain temperatures.
I don't have a fucking lazy eye.
I'm
Nope,
just making
nope.
fun of you.
Both of them said no. You boil the water.
Your fucking homeboy, water boy has a lazy eye.
Water
That's so
boy.
hot.
I will absolutely-
Aquaman. Jason
Aquaman
Momoa.
does-
Jason
he
Momoa?
does have a-
I don't give a shit if he has 2 lazy eyes. I don't give a shit if he has no eyes. Have you seen that, Bob?
So you're ready to drink
You can
before-
chop his fucking head off and he'll still be sexy.
Shelby, we love you for tuning in and doing the Tate hate. I don't think I know you personally, but the Tate hate is
Appreciate it.
incredible. Cheers.
This is just
Ready?
something different.
I see how you
And
feel
then
in my home countries.
Speaking of Tate hate and Tate, Tate did not tune in this evening. I really hope Tate's doing okay.
I hope he is
He's going
too.
through some problems, so if he ends up watching this later or tomorrow or whatever. Tate, we love you. Also, because of Tate, fuck you. Teresa, hi. Hope everything's well.
Or we just...
Alright.
We got like 10 minutes left. 12 minutes left. What the fuck we doing? Nothing?
Do it. I don't know. What do you guys have?
No, he's not in jail. He just had a rough week. On behalf of Tate, fuck you, Jason, both past and future. There you go. Alright.
She has been to my house before. My memory just sucks ass. But that sounds familiar. What are you doing? We're just ending it?
Why?
You want
I
ended?
still have a whole Monaco.
Is it Liliette?
It's champagne. Or something.
It is
Maybe
a
Nobody does.
it's a dry wine. This
Yeah,
is
it doesn't count.
this is my.
It doesn't matter if it counts. I want to drink it.
It's literally just that.
Videos going on.
Yeah, it's
That makes sense.
Alright, hey, fellas.
Oh, where's Charlie so we can cheers
Jason.
this out?
We're gonna go ahead and end this right now.
No.
Yeah.
Why not? This is like a... It's like a almost interesting shit show.
No, I don't want to
So let's cheers to everybody. Thank you all for watching us tonight. This is our... Hey, I'm sorry. We were trying our best to do Brews Bros tonight. We've got some stuff to work out, but we hope you look forward to the future. We're definitely going to work on them. Thank you all.
Thank you
and
for
have a great night.
jumping in, Justin and Charlie.
William just came on. My birthday
Thank you
brother.
for having them.
Thank you for Justin and Charlie for showing up. Y'all are great. Thank you, Julie, for plugging yourself.
That's all I came here to do.
Plugging
That's all I
yourself.
came here to do.
I had to give shit for that.
I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that I said the entire night was just about my show.
We
Peace
love
out.
it. We love it. Weird food combinations for these, I would probably go with citrusy chickens because citrus with both IPAs go very well. If you want to go with a steak, I would definitely pair a steak with an IPA just because it's going to have a dull flavor with a hoppy flavor.
Is this beer flavors or just weird food combinations? In
The
general?
the drinks we drank tonight.
Are you talking about the one that we didn't rate?
Oh, I'm not talking about this one.
Okay.
People don't know what I'm drinking right now. The raspberry milk stout, I would definitely say eat some sausage with that one.
Ew, fuck sausage.
Wow, why would you not go sausage with this one?
Sausage is
It's so
horrible.
salty.
It's the worst
This-
food.
This thing's a salty counterpart.
Good fight. Good night.
Y'all have a great one.
Don't eat sausage. It's the worst.
I thought it was fish sticks and tartar sauce, and it was not, but it goes well together. It was
With the raspberry? All right, in this, we'll talk after. We'll talk after.